Alright, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say Kalam Yahweh Shem Hashem Bashem Harakah Kotash. And I want the others of the apostles again, most on G and Master do rule and teach well. Today we're just going to get into Proverbs, the 6th chapter. So, starting right off, my son, thou be surety for thy friend. Thou hast stricken the hand with a stranger, right? If you put up security for a friend's debt or agreed to guarantee the debt of a stranger, pretty much, pay for it. See here, and a surety. Let me see here. Let's see if I have my. I have a little booklet. And this booklet has the Hebrew on it. I got like a little binder. Let's see what this is. So we get this volume in with this Hebrew. That says that's Irab. That Irab means mixed. Maybe it's a different word for like Arab. I don't know if it is actually Irab, but I thought it meant mix. Oh, exchange. Intermix. Oh, okay. I believe that's where you get the word Arab, but I could be, Arab of Ezel. Oh, okay. To mix, exchange, to traffic for barter, exchange articles, interchange with him, succeed in his place, right? Yeah, to be liable for another's debt, right? You don't wanna do that, right? Thou art snared with the words of thy mouth, thou art stricken with the words of thy mouth, right? And that's what Scripture says, ruleth, oh shit. Proverbs 16:32. He that slow to anger is better than the mighty. He that ruleth a spirit is better than he that taketh the city. Right? Recent taking of a city is like what? Like, I don't know, invasion of like Fallujah and stuff like that. You hear of all these big battles in the Middle East and stuff like that. You're more mighty than them if you can rule your spirit of your mind, right? Because Jake has a habit, of saying too much, and over speaking or snaring themselves with the words of your mouth, Do this now, my son, deliver thyself, and not come to the hand of thy friend, go humble thyself, and make sure thy friend, right? Beg to have your name erased, or beg to your friend and be like, yo, I didn't mean that, Give not sleep to thy eyes, nor slumber to thine eyelids. Deliver thyself as a roe from the hand of the hunter, and as a bird from the hand of the fowler. Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways, and be wise. Right? Which having no guide or overseer or ruler, provide to me in the summer and gather food in the harvest. Right? Just in general, more than just farming and working and things like that. Look at these ants. Look at these these animals. Hold on. Yeah. So I thought I knew a scripture, but nah, I don't think that was quite it. So this is something that was brought up. I was watching this YouTuber. He's kind of like a military YouTuber. He talks a lot about like Navy SEAL stuff. He's an insider guy, so he'll always expose the ins and outs of it, and really how rough it is. Being in special forces, like you gotta really be like a special kind of animal, and you see the kind of environments he's be putting his people in, man. And really, you putting Jake in too. The hazing and shit, but not with the special forces and stuff, but like with Marines. Say, hey, if you want to get duct taped to a bed and get thrown off a 10-foot ship, be my guest, join the Marine Corps. But he was talking, because he's talking to a lot of guys who want to get into that stuff, right? And I'm watching this stuff, purely for information, education, because he does talk about how a lot of them Navy SEALs, man, you jump into that shit, and these soldiers, any form of military, you jump into that shit, man, and it's like, hey, man, you got a woman, you come back, that woman, she done fucked somebody else, bro. Like, you gonna have your heart broken, coming back, and you also have the trauma, all them demons you gotta deal with, probably fucking blowing up little girls and shit and whatever, right? Which stuff like that in the scriptures. I mean, we've killed, children and young men, young women. That's all a part of it. There's times we had to kill everyone that known man. So it's like there's been times that were like that. Young men. People's like, oh, you guys kill kids. It's like it's what the Lord told us to do, and we did it, and we were actually right to do that. If we didn't do it, we were gonna get fucked up. And thoughts like that, having those fleshly thoughts, are the reason why we're in our position in the first place. We think, oh, this and that, and you're thinking with your fleshly mind. You're not thinking, the scriptures. We were supposed to drive those heathen, those Canaanites out the land, completely and take it over. But it wasn't meant for that time now. And this time now, we're taking over everything. Everything through Yahweh and Yahushai first and foremost, right? Taking over everything. We're not fucking up this time. There's gonna be no mistakes. It's gonna be perfect. Like it says in Daniel 7. What? The saints shall take the saints shall take the kingdom. The saints shall take the kingdom, and then it says and possess it forever and ever. So this guy that I like to watch, YouTuber, he talked about this. Pack mules. He said you want to be a pack mule if you want to get into Navy SEALs, right? I'm not endorsing you join the military because you guys spell stuff out. It's just a guy that I watch, right? But for that kind of stuff, you want to be. It's more about being an endurance athlete. You're not like a bodybuilder trying to do that stuff. You're an endurance athlete. He said that. A lot of times guys that run fast, they fail, right? Because they're made to run fast. They're like a quarter horse, made for short distance, but you want to be like a pack mule, right? Pack mules are known for their endurance and strength. All I do is look at pack mule, and often used to support cargo in rugged areas, right? And you see carrying capacity, they have, certain type of muscle mass. This is all, the Lord, set all this up. They have carry capacity, could carry up to 20% of their body weight and dead weight. So some mules trained by the Pakistani army have been reported to carry up to 159 pounds and walk 16.2 miles without resting. Right? So we want to be all about endurance. I was talking to, I had a conversation with a brother at the GMS camp not too long ago, and I was talking about this topic. I was like, hey man, just learning that this thing is really all about endurance. It's like, you got to work hard and not give up. Work hard, don't give up. Don't be in that mindset, I gotta outwork this guy and be like, you in the truth for you're trying to please men. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here with that, man. It's fucking, you try to impress. It's all about, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It's all about saving, the hopeful elect. It's not about doing this stuff to, I don't know, hear yourself talk, or I don't know. It's just so fucking weird and stupid. My mind doesn't even. I can't even think like that. I struggle to even think of like the way people would even think like that, because it's just like so alien. Like, why? Work hard and don't quit. Right. Which right. Verse 9, how wilt thou sleep? How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? And wilt thou rise out of sleep? He'll sleep a little slumbering, a little folding the hands to sleep. So shall that probably come as one travaileth, and they want as an armed man, right? But which in general, you don't want to be like that. You want to work a job, unless you have disability. Then you get some disability checks or something. And if you have to like work under the table, I'm not saying to do it, but I mean, people do that, So I hear there was some Jake that I talked to. He was like, "Hey man, I'm trying to get a job." And like he asked me something. He said that he was watching the videos and he was watching all these other camps. So I was telling him, you need to watch GMS only. Don't deal with those other guys. They're wicked. And I told him why. Right? They don't teach the right name. They don't. You know what I mean? And then he asked something about a job, and I was like, "You should have a job." He said, "Oh, well, I have this ability. I'm trying to get a job." And I said, "Hey, man, you better pray on it." And I gave him the names. I said, "You gotta pray on it, man, and you gotta work, if you can, right? A naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with a froward mouth." And even with that, man, I mean, it's a shame, This support structures, this thing's out there, There's so much, if you got to come around and you'll learn, He winketh with his eyes, he speaketh with his teeth, he teacheth with his fingers, frowardness is in his heart. He divideth mischief continually, he showeth discord, soweth discord. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly, and shall he be broken without remedy. Right? So, yeah, naughty person, a wicked man walketh with a forward mouth, right? They're consistent liars, right? Hold on. Frowardness is pretty much means perverse, so like, outside of what you could technically say like what's the word, man? Man, what's the word? Oh my gosh. It's not apostate. It's another one. It's not apostasy. It means that too. Profane. Anything outside the scriptures that you're not supposed to do is profane. Which means certain things we can't get around, like wearing mixed fabrics or whatever. The food thing we can get around, and we can get around committing adultery. We get around being fucking gay too. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. And we can also keep the Passover and the Sabbath and the new moon. There's certain things that we can't keep. We can't keep everything, but we can keep some of the things. We can do what we can. So, Matthew 12:36, by saying to you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. Yeah. So every idle word, so all this stuff, these Christians be saying that, oh, you don't have to keep the ceremonial law, you don't have to keep the Sabbath, you don't have to keep the new moon, you don't have to fast on the Day of Atonement, Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, right? Which that doesn't line up with the new moon at all. Sometimes the new moon can be Friday to Saturday. Sometimes the Sabbath could be Friday to Saturday, but that's not often, It depends. It depends on the moon, Well, it really depends on, the Most High Yahweh, but he said that all up, to Yahushai. He with his eyes, he speaketh with his feet. And they also have to bring up that one, let no man judge you with meat or drink. Now that was because those Pharisees, Sadducees, high priests and so on and so forth back then, they added things, they were adding it, so you get like a lot of rabbinic style stuff that these Amalekites do. They got that from what Jake was doing. Jake was adding things, like the thing we Yahushua, you can't have water, you have to wash your hands, little stuff like that. That's what it's talking about. But they still kept the Sabbath in the new moon, and Yahushua did keep the Passover. I should believe Passover is a Sabbath. So come on, if I'm correct. Hold on. Yeah, it's a Sabbath. Exodus 12:16. The first day should be holy convocation. The seventh day there should be holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them. Say that which every man must eat. That only must be only that only may be done of you. You know, so you can't do anything on those days except for preparation of food. So yeah, you know, and of course you take the leaven out of the house. If you live with people, you really can't, do that. But if you live by yourself, as I always said, you could take it and put it in your car. Or if you buy groceries, you just, start to taper down the leaven and then you replace it with unleavened stuff, which is like, like certain kind of oats. I can't remember what I ate. I think I might have just had matzahs and like fruits. The hell did I eat? Maybe potatoes. I think I was messing with a lot of potatoes, but it's not the most important. It's the food. It's the fucking food, bro. I got a video about that too. Why is it always about the goddamn food? The food don't, because these Christians always make a big habit of saying, "Oh, well, I could eat whatever I want." It's like, so in the Passover you're gonna have pork, like, really, like, if I see that, I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see. I could go my entire life without seeing some shit like that. You know, he winketh with his eyes, he speaketh with his feet, he teacheth with his fingers. Forces in the heart, he devises mischief continually, so of discord, by applying to wicked jigs, and also Esau. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly, suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. That's what's going to happen to this place. It's going to get nuked, it's going to be broken without remedy. And like it says, maybe Jeremiah, they could take balm for her pain, so she may be healed, and also Revelation 18. So there's no be no healing for this place. Because this place is fucking wicked. And it spreads. It gets worse. It gets fucking worse, man. Like, fuck. The fact that you could have a woman, and you could be dealing with her, and then, she could just not feel you, and then leave you and go fuck with another guy, and get no punishment for that, not get put to death at all. That's plain adultery, right? Or, while you working, I'm watching this video right now by Barack Abar and, Malakba, on, I think it's on Malakba's YouTube page. I don't know his YouTube page, but I know Barack Abar is at GMS Rebuke the Temper too. He was talking about that, like how wicked fucking Jake is, man. How Jake has an evil eye towards his brother, which is all scriptural. These 6 things doth the Lord hate. Ye 7 are abomination unto him, right? A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, and heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift, running to mischief, right? Jake's eyes being evil towards one another. Jake being in that, wicked mind state, of course, pertaining to Ezekiel 37, certain of us, elect of us, been rolls out of that, rising out of that, but then it's the rest are going to be stuck in that, that Proverbs 21:16, the congregation of the dead, spiritual death, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren, right? And this is all stuff that Jake do, right? Proud, they lie. He used to do the same thing, they shoot random people, you see Jake, he could be, going to work, man, Jake might kill you for no reason, or, Jake might shoot a guy if you want his bag, and the guy's like, man, I ain't giving you shit. And he's like, bam, 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 and then take the bag, So it's like, that's the type of shit that Jake gets down with, right? A heart that devises wicked imaginations. They heavy with that, fucking, they scheming while you at work. I'm gonna try to get your girl, or maybe they try to get with, like, if you have like a daughter and she kind of like, kind of young or whatever, they may be trying to see if they could do something to your daughter, Jake really be fucking thinking like that, my son, keep thy father's commandment, forsake not the law of thy mother, right? Which technically, if your daughter is of age, you know. But you know, I mean, in like a wicked sense, because Jake out here, you know, they on that wicked shit, right? You know, they be fucking touching little girls and then, you know, running away, you know, which technically according to scripture, which in today's world you're going to your fucking prison, like you probably gonna get raped in there too. Like I'm sorry, you know, like I'm sorry, not sorry, but you're gonna get violated because like that's the way fucking Jake think about that too. It's like, oh, you violated someone, now we gonna rape you. I'm like, hey, yo, that's not how that works. That's just fucking weird, bro. But you know, when I say things like that, I'm not advocating for you to, you know, try to holler at like a, you know, girl in high school or some shit, like a 15-year-old. You know, it's ridiculous. Don't do that. You know, there's plenty of women your own age. Just go talk to them. You know. When thou goest, it shall lead thee. When thou sleepest, it shall keep thee. And when thou awakest, it shall talk with thee. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and the proofs of instruction of the way of life. Wait, hold on, did I skip this? Yeah, my son, keep thy father's commandment, forsaking not the law of thy mother. Write them continually upon thy heart, and tie them about thy neck. You know, you're supposed to respect, you know, your parents, you know, which, you know, that can go, you know, so far. If you have a parent that you just can't make peace with them no matter what, then it's like, you know, you gotta, there's nothing you can really do. But brothers talk about that, you know, if you can't make peace with your father, you know. But if your parents tell you to do wickedly, like, you know, my mom keeps telling me to get like shape ups and stuff. I just grew the hair out and I'm just don't get a shape up. Just don't do it, you know. But you got other stuff, you know. They tell you, I don't know, eat pork with me for dinner. It's like, no. They tell you eat shrimp sandwich. No. Eat bacon sandwich. No. Like, to be honest, I'm not even gonna buy that for them. Like, you can't. I'm not putting my hands on any of that shit. I can't. I mean, I guess you can't be all righteous, but I'm not buying no shrimp. Like, I'm not gonna buy a cigarette. I put it at the same level as like a cigarette. Like, this is the foul thing. Like, I'm not gonna buy you a cigarette. Like, I'm just not. To keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Oh man, why am I keep jumping all around? When thou goest, it shall lead thee. When thou sleepest, it shall keep thee. When thou awakest, it shall talk with thee. Right? You know, it's truth will advise you, the spirit. You know, the end of the spirit. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and the proofs of instruction are the way of life. Right? Because things go together. You know. And, you know, Yahushua said it, you know, it's the greatest thing, greatest commandment is to, you know, love Yahushua. What was it? Love Yahushua. Love the Yahweh. You know, love and follow Yahweh, of course, love and follow Yahushua. You know, pray to Yahweh, Yahushua, right? And what was it? You know, love your neighbor, you know, your fellow Israelite brother. You know, let's see if I can find that. As we said, the law breaks down into that, you know, because I mean, it's all, you know, if you love the Lord and, you know, love Yahushua, you're going to do the ceremonies, right? Of course, we'll keep everything perfect in the kingdom, right? You're going to do the civil law, right? Which certain things, like, we're not going to, you know, I can have, you know, brothers that are, like, down bad, running out of money in the kingdom anyway, you know? But things like that, right? You know, dealing with each other. And then the moral law, right? It's all going to come together, you know? Of course, everything will be followed perfectly in the kingdom, but, you know, see your greatest. This book of Matthew, this is the book of Matthew 22, 37. You know, it just said, thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with all thy mind, right? If you love the Lord, Yahweh, you're going to love Yahushai, right? Because it goes hand in hand, right? What is his son's name if thou canst tell? Kiss the son lest the father be angry, right? So you have to pray to the Father and the Son, right? This is the first and great commandment. The second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Exactly, right? You love Yahweh or Yahweh Shai, and you love your fellow brother, right? I'm not talking about you jakes in the world, man. You jakes in the world, when Jacob trouble come down, I'm gonna let y'all starve, bro. Like I'm just gonna be honest, bro. Like I'm gonna let y'all be hungry. Like I'm not fucking doing the thing where like passing out sandwiches and shit, standing outside fucking with a food truck. I ain't running no soup kitchen for like get the fuck out of here, bro. I ain't doing none of that shit. Fuck y'all, you know, for the obvious reasons because we came out here week in and week out teaching the scriptures and y'all laugh at us, man. Jake be doing the most. Like, look at you, look at that, you know. I know how Jake is, and you other nations are like that too, especially Esau. Esau come up and just be saying dumb shit. You just be fucking waffling. Like last time I was at camp, you had some actor, well at the camp, at the New York camp. They had some actor up there, and he was trying to like say something that, oh, you guys are preaching division. It's like, yo, you're divisive. You're the one who put us in this position in the first place. It's really the Most High, right, using you as a weapon, but it's your people who enslaved us to begin with. We're not gonna just be happy with that shit, And then you're trying to get into the scriptures, the brothers, and he was just waffling. And eventually, he waffled himself out. And they were able to tell him, like, let's get into scriptures, let's get into scriptures, you know. But, to keep and they were going to Esau scriptures. I think they may went to Malachi 1-4, but I think from the evil woman. Hold on. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and the proof of instruction is the way of life. To keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Lust not after her beauty in thy heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. For by no means of a whoreless woman a man is brought to a place of bread, and adulterous one for the precious life. And that's talking about that. Don't sleep with another man's wife, right? And can a man take fire in his bosom, his clothes not be burned? Can one go upon hot coals, and his feet not be burned? So he that goeth upon his neighbor's wife, whosoever touches her, shall not be innocent. Men do not despise a thief if he steal to satisfy his soul when he is hungry. Which I believe, even in the scriptures, someone tries to rob you. If it's during the day, you're not really supposed to kill them. You're supposed to take them, and try to stop them without killing them, and then you go there and there's some laws and they're supposed to work, and pay you back double, but if he is be found, he shall restore sevenfold. He shall give all the substance of his house. Whosoever commit adultery with a woman, like for understanding, he that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. And wood and dishonor shall he get. Right? Obviously, this is a sin unto death. Right? There's even certain sins. I think certain sins, like if you sleep with like your like a sister or something, I don't think you'd be put to death. I think they'd just kick you out. You'd be put outside of the congregation forever. Like you never coming back. I thought I saw something like that. I think that was never mind that thought. I gotta look back into that one again. There was something that was with King David. Was it Absalom trying to sleep with I don't know if it was his one of his sisters or something, but I gotta go into it again. For jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts. Right, so that's pretty much it. And jealousy is the rage of a man, so don't sleep with a man's wife because he's gonna want to kill you. So be careful out there. Right, of course, if you really in the truth and you're really sincere, Lord, pray the Lord have mercy on you, watch over you, things like that. We all know, that, woman isn't the focal point of our lives, but, if you burn, go marry. If you're feeling it, you should have sex. We men here, we're just because of the truth don't mean that we all gotta be like eunuchs, walking around like that. So that's pretty much that. Low and edified, and Mr. Shalom.